Hi guys, Angela here with ElaCateDesigns, back with the two larger journals for the Summer Blossoms collection. So we'll start with the smaller of the two. This one is really pretty navy blue and pink. And then I do have a closure tie for it. I just didn't have it tied because I was photographing it and didn't want to retie it. So as I had mentioned in the previous video, all the new listings for the grand reopening of the Etsy shop will be up on Friday. I don't have a specific time yet, but as soon as I do, I'll let you guys know. So all of the information will be in the Etsy listings for, you know, page amount and size and all that jazz. So this one here, it's an altered envelope that I just have clipped on there, and then it's a little tuck spot for some ephemera. Unicorn papers. This book, I will warn you, is a bit tight. It'll loosen up with use, but it's jammed in there. There's a lot of goodies and tactile stuff stuffed in here. Anyhow, sorry. Continuing on. Lots of journal tags, journal cards, tags, all that, just like these single signature journals. And the vintage papers kind of sprinkled throughout, as well as the coffee stained and tea stained. Lots of ephemera and little printables throughout as well, and those have all pretty much just been either tucked into pockets or clipped on a large Franken envelope. And just like with the other ones I had mentioned, I had made a bunch of journaling tags with scrapbook paper that I loved, but I wanted it thicker, so they were adhered to cardstock, and then I sewed all around them. I'm just really enjoying playing with like variation and color and tones and texture and layering colors and patterns right now. And there's botanical book pages in here. One of my flower clips. And this index card I found in my stash when I was going through some boxes. I want to say that it was tea stained, and I was playing around with different teas, and one was like a raspberry passion fruit, and it gave me the pink and then the regular brown tea. I was just spattering it on, playing around with it. So that went in here. It's been so long since I've done videos, guys. I'm so sorry. This here is a card that's been coffee stained. It's just a blank one, but I just loved the pattern and the colors of it, so it got tucked in there too. Lots of things to take out in journal on, put back in, move around. It's very interactive. Some Edith Holden pages. I've got a plethora of digital designers throughout here. I've been using Ephemera's Vintage Gardens, Tsunami Rose, The Graphics Fairy, Dreams, etc. I think maybe Nectar's Creations. This is another one of those altered envelopes that I have clipped on with one of my flower clips. And so then it's just a little tuck spot on that side. So there's lots of blank for you to add your own touches to. And then I really liked how this looked as far as a book plate. But then I thought maybe the person that buys this won't want that. So I just clipped it to the back here. You are more than welcome to add that if you so desire, if you decide to purchase this. Or you can just use it as a little journaling card or use it wherever else you want. All right, so that is the navy blue Summer Blossom. Now for the big guy. This is the 5 signature, whoops, upside down. The 5 signature guy. And it's a little shifty. Just as a notice here. Every now and then when I make a book that happens and I haven't quite figured out why. Now I haven't had an issue with them other than that. But yeah, so this is a 3-inch spine big guy. And I did not put a closure on this one. I don't know why, I didn't want to. I don't know, it just didn't call to me, I guess. But it's super bright, pretty. It's like a teal green with these bright florals. I don't know. It just made me happy. So, make sure this big guy's fitting on here. Goodness gracious. All right. Similar to all the others as far as lots of sewing and various pages, tags, journaling cards, fabric ruffles, lace, these salvaged Indian textiles from the rug, all different pages. The same kind of Shazam as the other ones, just in a fat boy. And I mean that with love. I do have a couple of banner tuck spots that I put in this one. Hadn't done that in some of my journals in a very, very long time. And then I was looking through old photographs of some of my old journals and I was like, hey, I should do that. More unicorn paper. Oh, this one here has a couple of, I think that in 2 signatures. They're envelope pages that I made, so there's a big pocket here, and then they have the pockets on each side. Children's book pages. I got this cool kind of architecture book, and the graphics in it are really neat. So you'll be seeing those in books too. Other side of that envelope page. And there's also some like the Project Life type cards throughout some of these journals. I've been trying to go through some of my stash and actually use some things as opposed to just hoarding them. This page here is actually a double pocket. It's just this one, you need something shorter to go in there. And I didn't have anything shorter. So that pocket's empty, but it is pocket. Because you know how we are as far as hoarding our goodies. This came from a vintage cookbook. It was like a introduction to cooking for like a home ec class back in like the 50s or 60s, I want to say. They had recipes in there, so I have some of those in some of the journals I've made. This is one of those seed envelopes that everyone was buying from the Target dollar spot. And I just sewed some sari silk to the flap of it and then reinforced it with the washi tape. Funny story about these, I was at an antique mall last weekend with my husband, and I walked into this one booth, and I kid you not, everything in the booth either came from Hobby Lobby, Target, or Home Goods. Now, I used to work at Hobby Lobby, and I can spot Hobby Lobby merchandise from like a mile away. And they had a bunch of these packages, like these, like tied up in a package for sale for like $3 for like 5 of them. I'm like, dude, those are from the dollar spot at Target. But yeah. Franken envelope there. I just laugh because the sad thing is there's people that probably will totally pay for it and buy it, and they don't know better. That's why I love going to antique malls and finding stuff, but you never know. You have to do your homework and research to know if you're actually buying something vintage or antique in some cases. Because there's some shysters out there that will go to Hobby Lobby and buy things that look vintage and sell it to you. Anyhow, total random rant there. Sorry about that, folks. This is the other envelope page, and this one was sliced at the top, so you get a big pocket up top there. If you could see around my arms. This is another one of those banner tuck spots. All right, gotta get through this in like 2 minutes. Oh my goodness, we're gonna start flying. Fly, fly so high. Sorry, I apparently had a lot of sugar today, I think. I like downed a Pepsi when I was eating lunch, and now I'm bouncing off the walls. Okie dokie. I just love this washi tape. It's so pretty. This whole layout, this page makes me happy, the prettiness. Flippin', flippin'. Let's get through some of these plain pages. I've been adding this in a bunch of, not a bunch, but in some of my journals, because my own personal journal, I've come to realize this setup here with the little note paper and the washi, I use a lot, because you can take them off and move them around your journal as needed. And I'm a list maker, so this get up right here is working for me. So you'll probably see that a bit more in some of my journals. I'm trying to figure out what works for me as a journaler, because I'm not a journaler, but I use my journal like as a planner. So what works for me is probably what you'll see incorporated more into the journals I make to sell. So that, woo, is the big boy. So those are the last 2 of the Summer Blossoms collection. Friday, Etsy grand reopening, new journals, new section of supplies. Check it out. Thank you guys. Lots of love. Have a great day.